Hey YouTube, this is Naturia King. I have a deck profile. I haven't done a deck profile in a very long time, and with the new ban list I decided to change up some of my decks, and now that I got all my decks, fixed up to the new ban list, I'm going to start showing them. I got about 12 decks completed, and a couple more on the way, so I'm going to be doing these weekly if I can. Just going to go through them. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to start off with the monsters. This is Chamberlain, by the way, in case I didn't already say that. 3 lava golems. I did run 1 and I sided 2, and then I just ran 2 other Swift Scarecrows. But there happens to be a lot of swarming, especially this format. People swarm. I mean, it's like, tour guide, and then they'll summon something else. Some of the times they'll summon Sangan, they'll just leave it there, and there's just a lot of ways that people swarm and get 2 monsters out on the first turn, and this is it's just really good. Plus with the 3 magic cylinders, it's never been better. Alright, I got 1 Marshmallow. You really only need 1 more of them. Just kind of, you don't want monsters in your hand. You don't want to keep drawing these. It's bad sometimes. So 1 Marshmallow is pretty good. 1 Morphing Jar for wind-up loops. I got looped while I was at a sneak peek. Top deck this, set it down. The dude attacked it like an idiot and had nothing to stop it, so I just drew 5 cards, and I actually beat him. I beat that entire match. And 1 Swift Scarecrow. I only run 1, I side 2 others, but I don't have them, so they're not actually in the side deck, but I would side 2 others. It's a really good card, and it stops OTKs. And that's all for the monsters. I only run 6 monsters. On to the spells. There are 3 1 Day of Peace. It's an incredibly good card. At first, when I first made this deck, I did not run it because it's 1 Day of Peace, you can't burn them. But it's so good for stalls, and it lets you just build up your back row. And because a good majority of the deck is just draw power, so sometimes you'll draw a full hand of draw power in this. So you just play this, set all your draw power, and then it just plays pretty good. 2 Chain Strikes, semi-limited, kind of speaks for itself. You normally do 2,000 or 24 with this. You never do less than 16. If you do, it's just kind of a waste of the card. That you draw 8 cards in 1 turn with this deck because of this. Because you have 3 Reckless Greeds and those, and you draw so much. Reckless Greed is amazing because you normally kill them in 2 to 3 turns anyway. So if you draw this, and normally you draw more because you draw through the deck so fast because you have to, you need stuff to chain to. It just kills them quicker. It's an amazing card. Reckless Greed is awesome. And for anybody who still runs Chaos Pipers, please duel me. Because I would love to fight Chaos Pipers with this. Summon that King Caballo. I will draw 2 cards. It's amazing. And chain. It's chainable. Alright, for the burn, we got 3 Secret Barrels. Kind of speaks for itself. Amazing card. 3 Just Desserts. It's really good. You use Ojama Trio in this, and you normally always hit for 2,000. And normally you have Ojama Trio in the Just Desserts, so you just chain onto them. 3 Magical Cylinders. I've yet to test this out fully. I've only used it a couple times. It's pretty good. A lot of people are scared shitless to attack. Like sometimes I'll just set a Legacy of Yada and give them a Golem and they won't attack. It's amazing. It's a great stall card. It instills fear in people's hearts. 2 Dimension Walls. I thought about running 3, but I thought it was a bit too much because you do got to chain at some point in this deck, and you can't just be setting a bunch of back row to stop attacks because then they can attack and they can just keep attacking, and hopefully, with any luck, they would OTK you. So 2 Dimension Walls. Another thing, this gets around Prime Material Dragon because it's battle damage, unlike Magical Cylinder, which is effect damage. So that's another thing to know. 2 Threatening Roars. It's chainable, it stalls, and it's just a good card. 2 Ojama Trios. It's amazing, unless your opponent has a tuner on the field, in which case it's absolutely shitty, because I hate seeing when they synchro with my tokens. But if they summon a tour guide, and they already have a monster on the field, you play this, they don't get their search from the deck. 1 Ceasefire, 1 Jar of Greed, and 1 Metal Reflex Slime. if anybody has this Ultra, that'd be great. I'd like to trade for it. These kind of speak for themselves. I would side out the Jarred Greed. It's just kind of in there for chain and draw power. This has 3,000 defense, and it's a good block. And Ceasefire, you know, it kind of speaks for itself. You do more burn damage. And onto the side deck. I don't have them in cases, but I just switch them out. 2 Cyber Dragons for machines, or just fucking in case they run a lot of 19 attack monsters that like to lock you down. 2 Nico Main Kings for Exodia and Dark Wolves. 1 Breaker. 1 Volcanic Queen, because people normally, after the first duel, they'll be like, alright, well, I'm just not going to summon more than 1 monster, and then you have that thing, and you're like, well, there you go anyway. Alright, 3 double, is it double snare? Double snare, which gets rid of Jinzo, Royal Decree, Barkion, it pops them all, you know, because it says, select 1 face-up card on the field that has the effect that negates trap cards and destroy it. So it's a great card. It's mostly just to fight side deck, because that's all this. The only way that you would lose with this deck is if you lose the side deck. 3 MSTs for those pesky Royal Decrees, which are like the only way to stop the deck. 1 Heavy Storm, and 2 Macrocosmos for Dark Worlds or anything, hand traps pretty much. Just it messes up a lot of decks. So that is it for Chain Burn. And just rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And hopefully I can get you guys a duel video here in the next couple of days so you guys can see how it runs. So, see ya.